Tommy, what a game that was.
Yeah, I mean, obviously from our point of view, really good first half, but it's just really disruptive when your goalkeeper comes off and a player has to go and goal. No matter how much you try and play it down or anything like that, it's really disruptive, and obviously it's gonna hinder us in the second half, but I still think we sort of like limited them to chances in the second half. But that was a talk. Susan and Billy had to go and goal. It was like, look, can we stop crosses? Can we stop shots coming at Billy? And we done it fairly well in the second half.
Before Adam's injury, obviously we're 3-0 up, and again we're playing good attacking football. Is that equally as good a first half as what we've been playing away?
I think so. I thought we was good at Deal, but I did think we looked dangerous going forward in that first half today. So that was always pleasing. We'd done a lot of the hard work in the first half, but obviously with the situation with a player like Billy Bennett having to go and goal, it does make things a little bit more complicated for the second half.
Did Billy volunteer or was he chosen?
He was chosen, really. To be fair to Danny Leonard, he stuck his hand up and said, I'll do it, but we felt at some point in the game we wanted to bring him on pitch. So, we asked Bill and he didn't even hesitate, his sort of character, Billy, is it, whatever he feel or whatever is best for the team, he'd do it. Probably didn't want to, but he done it anyway, and we got there in the end.
Well, then the sort of that second half, the way we defended, was that the way you used to like to play in games like that, where it's muddy and you're throwing your bodies on the line, last ditch tackles? I
think so. It's under the lights. When you've got that zip on the pitch, the pace of the game is very, very quick. No time for a breather. So I think a win in them conditions sometimes, feels better. Because you've had to work ever so hard for it. The lads are in the changing room, probably shattered because, as I say, the pace of the game in the second half was really quick. If I'm being overcritical, I thought there was a couple of times on the break, our final pass, either putting Danny Leonard in or Michael in or Jacob in, could have been a bit better. But, that is me being critical because, as I say, the work rate and effort, certainly in the second half, to protect Billy in goal, second to none.
16 points out the last 18. Is that a target that you and Kev set, or is it just above expectations? Or
I think you set targets, but you go into every game thinking you can win it. Obviously there's going to be some games you go into, you're going to be the underdog, but you always go into a game thinking you win it. The squad's probably got a little target in their head, what they'd like to achieve, but there's probably lots of other teams in the league also with ambitions and targets. So, yeah, we're just, we're on a little bit of a good run at the moment, and it's just down to us not to get carried away with ourselves and try and keep that going.
No damage today. Take it that was an injury.
It was. Danny informed us this morning that his knee's swollen. So it was real late notice. Danny's as honest as they come, so he wouldn't have done that with the intention to hinder us today. But Tamas has come in, and to be honest, I thought Tamas done really well today. So that just shows you how important having a squad of 16 is, that if you do get these things pop up with late notice, like Hassan, was unable to take part today at fairly late notice. So it was good that we still had the lads available to come in and do a job.
This run we're currently on, we've done most of that without Rolando, who obviously is top goal scorer. What's the latest on Rolando?
Well, Rolando's been called back to Dover for the foreseeable future. So it is a bit of a downer for us because obviously Rolando was our main goal scorer. But it is one of them things in football. No player is bigger than the team or the club. He was such a good lad, Rolando. Really, really easy to work with. Fantastic attitude. And he's gone back to Dover, had a couple of games, made an impact for them at step 2. So they've decided to keep him on, and he's probably going to be with them for the rest of the season. So it's one of them ones where it's a disappointment for us because he was a good player and a really good lad in the dressing room. But you just have to sort of deal with the situation.
And I suppose it's just too early to say how long Adam might be out for.
At the minute it is. He pulled up quite heavy in the game. So everyone will probably take a look at that. If not straight after the game now, then at training, and then we should probably know a little bit more in the week.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tommy.
No worries.
Cheers.